Well, this is concerning. More firefighters are being diagnosed with cancer at an alarming rate. The U.S. Fire Administration says firefighters are 9% more likely than other professions to be diagnosed.
But not all Iowa firefighters are eligible to receive disability coverage. Only on KCCI, Kayla James shows us how the Des Moines Firefighters Union is trying to change that.
Brian was a pretty amazing person. He could do everything. He made everything look easy.
That's just who Brian Stokes was, a devoted father of two.
He enjoyed following our daughter around the country to softball games.
A man absolutely in love with his wife.
We rode in the truck from our wedding. They were our escort from our wedding to the wedding reception.
And a dedicated member of the Des Moines Fire Department.
He started as a firefighter and then was later promoted to an engineer, so he drove the truck, and he loved that job.
And Kelly Stokes says given the chance, her husband would pick that career time and time again. But in March of 2022,
he was sitting on the couch, and I could tell that something was wrong. And I looked at him, and he said that he was sorry. I'm sorry.
Brian was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer.
The first words out of my mouth were, "We're supposed to grow old together." And I hated that I said that to him, and I wish that I could take it back.
Cancer becoming more common in firefighters. Now, fire departments nationwide are fighting back.
This is all part of getting rid of those carcinogens.
Leading to the building of stations like Station 11 in Des Moines, built with equipment to help filter out carcinogens for both the engines
premises to capture the exhaust
and for the firefighters.
They can actually have their gear on and get in there and clean the carcinogens off in there.
Lieutenant Rick Thomas says burning materials firefighters come into contact with can cause different kinds of cancers, as can the protective gear they wear.
The thing to protect us is also hurting us. That's very hard to kind of grasp.
Thomas says work is being done on a national level to address the gear issue, so departments across America, like Des Moines, can better prevent more deaths.
So to lose a brother or sister to cancer, it hurts. It's devastating, just like it would be for anybody else. So you want to do everything you can for them.
We've been dealing with, 10 to 12 cancers just within the last couple of years.
In addition to being Brian Stokes' captain for several years, Joe Van Hollen is the president of the Des Moines Professional Firefighters Union.
It's almost at an epidemic level. Out of 300 individuals on the Des Moines Fire Department, if that many are dealing with it, we've got to make some changes.
Like getting a bill through the Iowa legislature, expanding disability coverage for Iowa firefighters to all cancers, not just the current 14 presumed cancers.
Which means they presume that you got them on the job.
Brian's cancer was not one of those, making his battle that much harder.
Doctor appointments, medications, all of those things would have been covered. But because Brian's cancer was not one of the presumed cancers, that was on our insurance.
Or out of pocket. And on days Brian had chemo, Kelly says he would have to use sick leave, if not for his brothers and sisters at the fire department.
They put out a sign-up sheet, and people were signing up to cover his shifts and work for him on the days that he couldn't.
Brian died on August 27th, 2023. Kelly is now a widow, but she isn't done fighting for more than just her husband.
Brian was one of the best. His brothers and sisters on the fire department are the best, and they deserve better. They deserve to be covered, have all cancers covered.
I'm just sorry that, firefighters and their families have to go through this kind of stuff. That was Kayla James reporting. Late last week, a House committee voted to support a firefighters benefits bill. It now heads to the full House for a vote.